This is where it's getting crazy. Portland man who allegedly injured Tesla workers' eyes with green laser during protest released without bail. Green lasers can blind somebody. So you're working at a Tesla, you're minding your own business, some lunatic terrorist blasts you in the eyes, and you could get permanent vision damage. Listen, we've already seen people shooting up these places, setting them on fire. Now they are beginning to attack the workers. This guy should not be released without bail. It's a violent crime. Assuming that's the case, there's a reason why we have bail hearings. Let's read the story and figure out what's going on. On Saturday, police arrested a Portland man after he allegedly pointed a laser inside a Tesla dealership during a protest, injuring the eyes of one of the employees. 27-year-old Davis Nafshin has been charged with 2 counts of unlawful use of a weapon, 2 counts of attempting to commit a felony, and misdemeanor charges of menacing and reckless endangerment. I just like to say, 2 counts of attempting to commit a felony? Is that a misdemeanor or a felony? You know, like you're trying to commit a crime, so we're charging you for trying to commit that crime. It's like, just call it whatever the crime is. Crazy. Nafshin was released on his own recognizance the same day he was arrested. The Post-Millennial senior editor Andy No discovered that Nafshin works the taxpayer-funded homeless support nonprofit Do Good Multnomah. Interesting. Court documents obtained by the Oregonian stated that police responded to the South Waterfront Portland Tesla dealership, where an employee told officers that at least one person was pointing a green laser into the dealership at people inside. According to police, two employees had the laser pointed in their eyes, experienced discomfort and problems with their vision. A third employee, who had previously had a laser pointer at their eye days earlier, left the dealership to avoid it happening again. That is the point of the terrorism. This guy should be arrested. He shouldn't be let go. An officer saw a video of Nafshin doing the same during an anti-Elon Musk protest outside the dealership. Police found Nafshin riding his bike away from the area and arrested him after recovering a green laser on his person. Well, there you go. Some protesters who saw the arrest began asking about the police response, but after they were shown the video of Nafshin's alleged actions, they said his actions were not okay and supported him being taken into custody. Well, that's very good of them. Tesla dealerships across the U.S. have been protested by activists upset about Elon Musk's effort to reduce the size of the federal government while he has been working with the Trump administration. Radicals have even targeted the vehicles themselves, both at dealerships and parked in the street. This we know. We get it. So this guy is attacking, allegedly, the employees. We saw a video of him getting punched in the face over and over again driving a Tesla. We saw one guy pull up in front of Tesla screaming at her about how she's a Nazi or whatever. There's another video, there's 2 actually, where a mother and her children vandalize a vehicle. It is getting out of hand. Well, I'm sorry, it's out of hand. It's gotten out of hand. But these people are absolutely insane. What I can say is law enforcement is taking this stuff seriously. We have this story from the Post-Millennial. Texas man arrested for threatening to open fire on ICE agents. Robert King, a U.S. citizen, was taken into custody in McKinney, Texas, after pledging on social media to open fire on ICE agents. Now, I don't know if this is him, but I guess it is, considering everybody has their face blurred. All the cops have their face blurred. So I'm wondering, this guy, did they pose for a photo with this guy? Like, he's standing there? Is he cuffed? I don't know. Interesting story. But as we're seeing an escalation of these attacks, it is good that we have these individuals getting arrested. DHS has arrested a man in Texas for allegedly making threats against Immigration and Customs Enforcement and DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. Robert King, a U.S. citizen, was taken into custody in McKinney, Texas, after pledging on social media to open fire on ICE agents in his neighborhood, according to Homeland Security Investigations Dallas. King's rhetoric follows a similar incident in which another man, a TikTok user known as Bilak Dunk, went viral last week for posting a video urging people to shoot ICE agents on sight. I ain't going to read what he wrote, but he basically said, the way they're pulling up with masks and unmarked vehicles, no badge, no nothing. It could be anybody. This guy should be arrested. I don't see a big difference right here. We can't tolerate the extremism. He went on to criticize the motives of ICE agents, saying, why would you want to be an ICE agent anyway? Do you like separating kids from their parents? Do you like deporting students that are studying? I can understand deporting gang members and criminals, but innocent people is ridiculous. I do not tolerate this. I am so ready for Donald Trump to bring it all down. When I see the tariffs, I say, good, do it. Because I'll tell you why. This guy, when he says deporting innocent people, they're here illegally. They're criminals. They broke the law. They are trying to create a culture and a worldview that if you illegally enter the country, you did nothing wrong. Why? They are trying to build a future in which there is no United States. The end result will be the gutting and destruction, the looting of this country, and all that will remain is rubble. What they're basically saying is, we are allowed to come here, take what we want, and leave. Anyone's allowed to. Imagine it like, remember when the far leftists burned down Minneapolis? There was a firefighter whose dream it was to open a sports bar. They ransacked it. While he was there doing cleanup and giving an interview to the press, they filmed as the looters were stealing his safe. As he's there. That's what is happening to this country. And they say they're innocent people. No, they're criminals who are looting our country. That's it. They're looting it. We've got tax resources. We've got infrastructure that we build and pay for. You know, I can give you a real simple reason why we can't just have unfettered illegal immigration. Roads cost money. Someone's got to pay for them. Yeah, you know, I hear the argument, let's make the roads all private. Sure. Then when these people come illegally, they can't use the road because they got to pay for it, I guess. For the time being, if a bridge costs X amount of dollars to withstand Y amount of people, and you increase the amount of people in the country, we reach that Y variable much, much more quickly. Who's going to pay for it? Who's going to do the work? Right. They're coming in, using our stuff and leaving. To put it another way, someone came into your house you didn't invite, ate the pizza out of your fridge, and then left. And you were like, bro, I paid for that. To make it worse, they are using terrorism and threats to get what they want. Now, for the life of me, I can't really understand the left on the Tesla stuff, because I'd imagine that any anarchist would be like, this is great. Elon Musk should be like, every anarchist and libertarian should be cheering for him. He is gutting and dismantling federal agencies. Tell me how it makes sense that alleged anarchists are cheering, or I should say are protesting, cheering on the protests and the violence and the vandalism. They're not anarchists. Not at all. All of a sudden, actually, I should always check this. I love going to the r/anarchism subreddit. Because I can't tell you this. There are many who are cheering on what Elon Musk is doing. Because they're like, I don't like him. He's a bad guy. But hey, this is great. So the reality is when you go to a place like r/anarchism, you'll find they're just leftists. They're just tankies. One post, they said, the fact that Elon Musk's attempt to buy the Wisconsin Supreme Court failed, despite $25 million in propaganda, shows there is still a force more powerful than greed. Why are you guys mad about this? You're anarchists. If Elon Musk is causing damage to the system and breaking it apart, why aren't you actually saying, no, we're good for it? Because the reality is these young people who claim to be anarchists are not really anarchists. They don't actually know what they're talking about. They don't actually advocate for decentralized systems. All they're actually saying is they are bored, angry, and violent. So I take offense to it. Because, you know, you talk to someone like Michael Malice, and he'll give you a great understanding of actual anarchy. And if you actually read the literature, anarchy has a bunch of different schools of thought. But the far left will claim to be anarchist, but they're not. They're authoritarians. They'll claim to be anti-fascist, but they function very much like fascists, except for being gay. And they say that they oppose authoritarianism, but they're tankies, and they want a total system of absolute power. So ultimately, it's one big con, isn't it? They will attack and injure innocent people like they do here. What did the Tesla dealership worker have to do with what Elon Musk is doing? Why are you being violent against them? No reason. Other than they want to terrorize you. They want you to quit your jobs. They want you to flee and never come back. They want Tesla destroyed because they hate Elon for no reason other than general tribal opposition. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense in the bigger picture. But again, I will add, it's a good thing that these people are being arrested. And I think more people should be. This guy should not get bail. It's a violent crime on multiple people. But at least the DHS is doing something about it. I think that the feds should go after this guy. He's arrested in Portland. Okay, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, whoever should go and find federal charges now and say he's engaging in, look, when you attack Tesla in this way and against people, you are part of something bigger. And you can lie and claim you're not, but you are. And there's got to be something going on for that. Otherwise, it'll never stop. I'll wrap it up there, my friends. Smash the like button, share the show. We got more coming up, and we'll see you all shortly.